PWNcast.
What's going on, guys? Phantasm Mask here with another awesome episode of PWNcast, and this week I am joined with the belching Irishman from New Jersey. There you go. Pat's here with us again. Stop. Okay, stop. And guess what?
One big one.
Somebody's contract got renewed for this week. One
week, Matt. Yeah.
1 week, Matt.
1 week contract. Matt has
I'm
returned.
back, guys.
We are back from holiday whatever.
Holiday whatever.
Holiday Special 2007.
Holiday Special 2007.
And so,
Crimbus Moon.
with the holidays pretty much over with, I mean, at the time we're recording this and publishing it, it's before New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. People aren't completely wasted yet. We're not wasted yet.
We're not wasted
So, so what did you guys get for Crimbus?
Crimbus.
Well, for Christmas, I got a DS Lite with an awesome faceplate.
You changed accents.
Yeah, you changed accents again.
Who are you?
What are you doing?
Why did you come from that neon bounce house? Are you from the future?
I can't tell you that. It's classified.
Damn it.
Anyway, yeah, no, I got an awesome DS Lite with a sweet-ass faceplate.
What's on said faceplate?
Giratina.
That's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon.
I was about to say, what the fuck's Giratina?
It's the god of all ghost Pokemon.
That's a
It's pretty
Pokemon.
neat.
The god of gods, Ramses. Anyway.
That's a Pokemon.
Courage the Cowardly Dog reference. Everybody. Return the slab.
Yes, return the slab.
And everybody now is hiding in their closets. That episode was scary as
the
hell.
slab.
See, I saw
I
a
love that episode, though.
I saw a really funny, not really funny, but a really thoughtful, in-depth idea for that. It's a theory. At the end of the very first season, both the grandparents die, right?
Yeah.
Well, you see him with puppet strings moving them around as if they're alive in that episode. So every season after that is either just him imagining them alive or him actually playing out their lives with him in it.
Whoa.
Or it could just be a cartoon.
It could be.
It's just a cartoon.
It was just a theory.
It's just a cartoon.
It's just a theory.
That's
but
like
think
people.
about
That's
it.
like people who look at quote unquote classic literature and read into it with like this section of this book is deep with symbolism. Did you ever think maybe the curtains were just blue? Did you ever think that maybe they were just, curtains? They weren't some kind of symbolism for how Ricky died or something.
For how Ricky died.
I mean, I'm using
They're just curtains.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
that was just the
curtains.
dye that they used at the time, nothing else.
Yeah. So, anything else besides this? I will admit, it's a nice color.
It's cool looking.
I'm picking it up and
White
holding it
and
right
silver.
now. And I used to
Matt's
have.
like foaming at the mouth.
I used to
trying
have.
to claw at Danny.
No, I haven't moved. Aside from you belching so hard that you shat yourself and drooled on the way down.
So, anything else? I mean, that you got for Crimbus?
I got another 3 months for Xbox Live, and other than that, I got small things, socks, stuff like that.
Socks.
Hey, and I need socks.
It's a sign of the poor economic times.
Pretty much.
What about you, Pat? What did you get? You
Yeah, camera.
Ooh.
Yes, I told you.
I know.
And it's 1080 HD goodness. So, yes.
But doesn't have a viewfinder.
No, it doesn't have a viewfinder, but that's yeah, it doesn't have a viewfinder.
Which to me,
But it's
without
okay,
a viewfinder, it's
so-
kind of like, what's the point?
What's the point of having a camera that
I want
records?
to properly have my shots composed.
Correct.
How do I do this without viewfinder?
Well, that's why it's got greens and stuff. 'cause
It's a
for-
GoPro,
It's,
correct?
yeah, it's for
Okay.
point of view shots.
Yeah,
Right.
POV. So when are you going to make that live action GoldenEye parody?
Hopefully in a couple months when I can get some actual airsoft weapons together and people to do it.
Because POV cameras call for a GoldenEye parody.
Oh, they do,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes, they
So-
do. GoldenEye, Doom, any
Well,
other.
My pistol is down for it, so there's one.
Yes.
I probably have a couple of people who might be willing to come down and do this.
That'd be great.
I forgot. Another present that I got, probably the best present I have received this Christmas. No, not that.
Hey, he's keeping in character.
A full box of Bisquick, motherfuckers.
What?
Yes.
Pancake mix.
High five.
My
Yes,
parents got me
that's amazing.
pancake mix. I'm not even kidding.
Pancakes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if your parents are trying to send you a message or...
By the way, I'm 5'6" and only like 122 pounds.
I think they're telling you to get up to Danny tier. I think
Up to Danny
I think
tier.
that's what they're trying to tell you.
I think they're saying that my ribs are showing a little too often. I need to put some meat on my bones.
They're
but
jealous.
it's
They're
okay.
jealous of the tone that your body has,
I know, right?
and they want you to ruin it with maple syrup and Bisquick.
I make a
syrup and
mad
Bisquick.
pancake. You know?
I make mad
Oh my
pancakes.
God.
All of my Christmas gifts haven't really come in yet, but the stuff that I did get on Christmas Day, I got a new pair of shoes, new wallet, socks, pair of pants, and $100. So you can't really go wrong with that.
Ah, you can't go wrong with that. I got a wallet too.
Yeah,
It's nice.
I mean, because they probably can't see. Well, they don't even know how bad my old wallet was. I mean, like it's falling apart.
jeez.
I mean, when I have to
Oh, God.
when I have to ask somebody for a stapler and they ask why, I go, I need to staple my wallet. That's pretty bad. And they look at me.
Terrible.
There might be a problem. So,
That is
and
terrible.
you know, it's a pull it out here. It's made of real leather. So that is always a plus.
That is a plus.
And then I bought myself a couple of games, but I'll save that for my Christmas pickup special 2005. So that'll
Crimbus
probably
Boon.
yeah, Crimbus Boon 2005,
Crimbus Boon.
which will probably happen next week because according to Pat, he has presents that he still needs to get for me. So they're just back ordered right
Bit of
now.
a hold up.
And so I probably
Frickin-
won't wait to make that until they all get in.
Yeah.
But when it does, it will be sweet and I will enjoy it.
Yes.
Also probably come with a few announcements too.
Speaking of Christmas presents, I hear the Wii users have a new Christmas present.
Yes,
Here,
I love
the segue.
I love the way you segued into this.
You like the transition.
For those who probably do not know, the Wii U, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3 are getting a porn app.
I don't like segues. I fell off one once.
It seems that there is a company that advertises themselves as the Netflix or pornography known as Sugar DVD are having apps that are coming to major gaming consoles for pornography. You know, $8 a month and you can whack it while playing Halo 4.
You should see Pat's face right now. It's like a little girl at Christmas time with a pony.
And you know
Oh
what?
my goodness.
Pat's
She's
probably
all
sitting
pink
over
in the
here
face.
thinking, I need to buy myself a current gen console right now. And a subscription to Sugar DVD.
Nah.
Nah, Pat has a laptop. I'm sure he knows how to use his
Oh,
basic
jeez.
functions.
Let's
And-
not get into that.
And if any of you are wondering, no, this is not an officially sanctioned app by any said game company.
No, nobody has.
You see,
nobody's gotten behind
Every
this.
single one of the consoles that are involved with this have a web browser, and you go through said web browser to look up the thing, and you download the app straight from their website.
Virus.
Yeah, maybe.
Virus, suckers.
Oh look,
Virus
I love
is
my
ensued.
red ring of death and yellow light of death.
Oh, yeah.
And the Wii U.
Now the light's blue.
And then the Wii U does a firmware update that takes 4 hours. And it never stops.
Yeah.
So, with that,
Updating firmware.
is this a good or a
Updating
bad
firmware.
thing?
This is a bad thing.
How is this a bad thing?
Strictly because it could be illegitimate and could really destroy a lot of consoles. If it is something that's illegitimate.
Well, that's the
Something
thing.
that's a virus or
is,
anything like
well,
that.
it is legitimate. That's the thing. That this is a company here that actually is somewhat successful with their trade, and
Okay. Other than that, because they're a
I mean-
successful organization. But if for some reason it doesn't agree with the console firmware, that could still again crash a lot of consoles.
Yeah, I mean-
if like there's a bug or something and they can't patch it, it could destroy a lot of consoles.
I really fail to see how this is a bad thing. I mean, there's already parental controls on the console anyway. If you don't want your youngins getting into it, then put parental controls on
That's
it.
up to the parents and shit. But
Yeah.
I'm
But of
talking
course,
about-
the parents will be like, "Oh, we can't have this. Think of the children." And
I'm
I go,
talking about
"Beat
from a
you."
tech side. Of it.
V-chip.
I'm talking about from a tech side of it.
Yeah.
If for some reason it doesn't play nicely with So what version are they on for the Xbox for the 360 firmware?
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, but whatever. If it doesn't agree with the 360 firmware or the PS3 firmware, or for some reason isn't supported by the Wii U, it could destroy the console.
But that's
it could
the thing.
permanently
They
crash
already, for the Xbox and PS3, it's already there. It already works.
Okay.
The
You didn't
Wii,
say that.
But the thing is, the Wii U doesn't have it yet. They're working on that, and they're saying it's coming. So the Wii U, the most family...
It's coming.
It's coming.
That's probably their slogan.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The Wii U, the family console. Porn! Because who hasn't used a DS web browser to look up GIFs?
I just want to point...
Mine doesn't have one. Mine doesn't do it.
Take the time to point something out here. This just proves that the internet really was created for porn. And no matter how hard we try to get away from it, it just comes back.
It comes back.
So in the 70s, when
it comes on the back, I said comes back.
So in the 70s, when the U.S. Defense Department came up with ARPANET, they were thinking, yeah, one day this will be nothing but porn.
Dude, that's what they were like. Hey,
Hello,
how can we
sex
send this sexy ass chick to my friend in Guatemala?
In Guatemala.
That was
just
probably,
use this.
That was probably their original peace offering.
Oh my God, 4 bytes. It uses DOS characters.
Look, I can almost see a nipple.
That nipple's a triangle, but I don't care.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, Custer's Revenge is now...
Oh, my God.
Now it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
It's all...
Yep.
Yay, sex
The
puns.
entire platoon.
It's all coming to... Yeah.
So...
Yuck.
I mean, that's the biggest piece of news that's out there. As far as it's really been slow since the holidays have shown up. Other than the fact that Roots was on for Christmas week. Let's watch Roots instead of A Christmas Story. Okay.
Roots was on for Christmas week.
Yeah,
Yay.
it was a lot better than watching A Christmas Story for 24 hours. A good story, is actually conveyed in Roots. But then we have stuff like A Christmas Story 2, which made me want to shoot myself.
I do want to point out something else. It's more along the moral lines, and I know this is over the internet, so it doesn't really matter. But I do want to at least point it out. We are finding more clever and indecent ways to get porn onto different things. I don't see the necessity to have a porn app on game consoles, because if you have a game console, let's face it, you probably have a computer or a laptop of some sort. Yeah. Hell, you probably have a cell phone that can look up porn. Why do you need a game console?
Well, because when you're playing Bayonetta 2, when that comes out for the Wii U, you're thinking, wow, I really should look up some Rule 34 of that. And so you exit the game and go on the web browser, and then the next thing you know, your hand's down in your briefs, and your mom walks in, and she's all like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I just stand here? Do I scold them? Do I...
However, lastly,
Bayonetta leads to
I kind of also want to... Well, if they had a freaking cell phone or a laptop, they could probably do it while playing the game and still be able to do both. I just think multitasking would be better.
If it's on the console, what kind of privacy is there going to be in that anymore?
None for Sony users.
See? Yeah, exactly. For Sony and...
I know your browsing history.
For Sony and Microsoft, they're gonna, because they show you what the other users are doing online.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see that they're on whatever this thing is called.
But
so
it's true. I mean, there's no point in getting it unless you want people to know what you're doing. Maybe they want it to be a community affair, online orgies, whatever.
Wow.
Hey,
porn is now a community affair.
Yeah, you know that. That's what places like 4chan are for.
Oh, okay. Well.
Back to Greek and Roman times. Anyway, I want to point out the irony of a Wii U getting a porn app, because Wii is potentially the most interactive console we have.
Yes, it is.
The controller literally needs motion.
We would like to play.
We would like to play.
So they probably have games for it where, you don't.
They might, yeah.
I guess you got to learn how to duel.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God, that's terrible.
It is terrible.
It's really good. They can't see what's going on.
So I think that's kind of funny that's happening. Other than that,
Hasn't really been much.
It's still going to be a while before I buy a Wii U anyway.
Yeah. They're stocked at GameStop, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I know we were-
but the thing is that once those things are gone, they're gone until May.
On until May.
Yeah, so.
He drank way too much, by the way,
Oh,
before
yeah.
this.
I know we were discussing
He's
that. they
happy
were gonna
off
be-
his little rocker.
Yes. You're right, son. I'm going to need to see some ID.
I tasted like tacos.
Tasted like tacos.
Tasted like tacos.
Oh.
Anyway.
So, I believe you have something that you wanted to follow up on before we took our
Oh.
holiday break. You broke a little story for us about privacy on the internet and spying and tactical espionage action.
Yeah, I brought up a little something about, Kim.com and all that good stuff, and I'm kind of following it up with the fact that the U.S. just passed, or not passed, but they repassed a bill that was all about surveillance unwarranted outside of the U.S. Now, as you pointed out, I think it's quite humorous that we actually passed a bill that, allows us to do unwarranted spying on other countries. Like, we actually have the ability
Out of our own
to pass a law
jurisdiction.
that says we're allowed to spy on you.
The example that I used when Matt brought this up was if it's like you have a police force in Indianapolis that polices Chicago, and then you have the Chicago police force policing Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, why? And idiotic.
Anyway, we passed a bill that set in motion another 5 years in which we are allowed, quote unquote, to spy and gather information online, phone, wiretapping, stuff like that, on other countries. However, the point of the bill is to say that American citizens are completely null. They're not allowed to be, tapped and blah, blah, blah. However, within this, there were people who, ironically, we had Democratic liberals and not conservatives, but Republicans, strong Republican parties that were fighting against this bill, saying, there's no protection for the U.S. citizens because this whole thing is under wraps. And I'm not trying to be the conspiracy guy. This is actually news. I read this in a news article. It's all under wraps that parts of our own government can't even see the information that is found. Like, this is all top secret crap. And we don't know if the American population is actually, able to avoid this. And their response to this was literally, quote, "We know what you're trying to do. We know where this goes. It goes to you trying to shut the whole program down. It's not gonna happen." End quote. So, I mean, there was people who even tried to make this whole bill cut down to 3 years instead of another 5 years, but the Obama administration pushed so hard for it that we couldn't even get it knocked down to 3 years, that it is ratified for a full 5 years, that we are allowed to spy on other people, and any information that has come across by American citizens, quote unquote, accidentally or inadvertently, we can still use part of that information, quote unquote, part.
Now, are we correct to assume that other countries have not agreed to this?
I have no idea. I doubt this was ratified.
Do they even know?
This is
That's what I'm getting at. Do they even know?
This was ratified in the U.S. Congress.
Do they even live?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Dost thou even hoist?
Dost thou even hoist?
This was ratified in the U.S. Congress. This had nothing to do with international affairs outside of us. Ironically, the whole point of it is that we don't need warrants.
And they were going about this a little backwards.
Right.
We get other countries to agree to it first.
We do not need warrants to do surveillance. The only time we need warrants is for American citizens. Ironically, the rest of the whole thing tells us that it's not just, you need a warrant. That warrant is specifically issued by an 11 justice court that is handpicked by the people who do the spying. So we don't even know that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's handpicked 11 judges.
That's...
Yeah. To get their warrants. So that's my piece of
being
information.
impartial.
Oh yeah, right?
Yes, it's the best thing ever.
So the whole Kim.com thing, we re-ratified. No, we don't need warrants on people who are not U.S. citizens. So they're probably going to throw this into the mix during that trial.
Yeah. Wait, would that not work because trials already happened?
No, they
Well-
they reset it for the
Okay.
2013.
Okay.
There's a whole appeal going on for 2013 because all the information that was given to Kim. He's like, well, now that I know information, you're not going to just pin me in a prison.
Yeah.
And he was able to buy, defense lawyers and such.
Yeah.
So now that he knows that, the U.S. was like, cool, well, we're putting this back in effect immediately. Probably going to push for that to be like, oh, yeah, well, we don't need warrants. It's our constitutional rights. And we're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So-
he's not even a citizen of my country, and I'm like, what?
What?
What are you doing to this man?
Leave him alone. Leave Britney
Oh,
alone.
God. I'm not crying. I'm not wiping mascara off.
You're not in drag screaming, leave Kim.com alone.
I just understand that this is completely unconstitutional. that this
done here.
crosses
We're
international
done.
borders.
We are done.
So, the moral of the story is, America, what are you doing?
Porn apps and
America,
spying.
Stop. So we go from porn apps to illegal spying
They're illegally spying on our
to the
porn
next
apps.
piece of news. My GameStop power-up rewards card's expired. It needs to be renewed.
Escalation.
I need my biased.
What
Oh, goodness.
I need my biased magazine and my minuscule discount.
That segue was a bit rough. That was a terrible segue.
What can I say? It's a Segway with triangle wheels.
It's a segue with.
Well, that de-escalated quickly.
Well, that went down to something minuscule quickly. So, we don't really have much of a topic today, other than some news.
Other than a couple new
So,
stuff.
we've decided before we started recording, we didn't share any of what we were going to, what our ideas were about this. But I brought up the idea of what if we, as ourselves, were in, like, say, a Capcom fighting game.
Goodness.
What kind of outfits would we have and special moves would we have? Pat, you should go first.
I think Matt should go first.
I think you should go first. Matt just got done talking about
yeah,
espionage.
Yeah.
Espionage.
And I brought up the porn app, so you can't throw me
Yeah,
under the bus.
okay. Suit of armor.
Suit of armor?
Just a suit of knight armor. Just
You're
full suit of
like
armor.
You're like Iron Man in 5 seconds. So you just standing up there at the podium and you just look down at a piece of paper and you just go, "I am Iron Man." End of movie.
End of movie.
yes, I am Iron Man. End of movie.
I am Iron Man.
Just a suit of armor and just crushing people. Just
That's it. Well, what about special moves?
crush them
We-
fancy. I don't know.
I crushed them fancy.
Crush them fancy.
And do you cause blood to come out of people? That's
yes,
another. That's
yes,
another
blood
good
comes
point.
out of people. I don't know. I think avalanche or something cool like that. I don't know.
An avalanche.
I like ground and rocks and stuff. I don't know.
Well, I have news for you. An avalanche usually involves
Is snow. I know.
and not earthquakes.
Rock slide. There we go.
A rock slide.
A rock slide.
Oh my God! A rock slide.
Oh my God!
Move out of the way, giant mountain lion! Pushes cougar off cliff. There's a flying bobcat.
Flying Bobcat. So what's your special move?
What's your limit
I don't
break?
know. Limit break. Oh my God.
What's your limit
Limit break.
What do you do to piss people off when you play on Xbox Live and you're Japanese and you have auto fire? You fucking cheating whore.
You cheating whore.
It's silence. You just look at them.
It's just I just stare at them.
You
Lasers from my eyes.
just lasers and burn them into a skeleton.
Yeah.
I think it would just be me wearing what I normally wear with, the beanie and the headphones.
You
or
pester
whatever.
them to death?
No, I wouldn't pester them to death, and I would be extremely comical.
Like Ness.
Like
Pester
if
them to death.
I'm able to land, if I'm able to land enough hits on them without them touching me, I should just be able to pull out the golden gun from GoldenEye and finish them off. Because it's obvious they're never going to touch me. If that ever happens, just be like, oh, look at that, boom, and then they're dead. And then if I have a limit break, it'd be like a whole bunch of records, music records, and throw them. And they're buzzsaws.
And they're buzzsaws.
And they hurt people.
And they're buzzsaws.
And if I finish people
Crowbar.
off with, and I can have my flying V guitar, and it can turn into a sword, and I can do like a weird 6-slash thing. And if I kill an opponent,
Okay, Devil May Cry.
but no,
Okay.
if I kill somebody with it, it's like at the end of the match, it's just like suck on that, Dante.
Ah, yes.
And then I pull out a White Castle cheeseburger and start eating it,
Start eating it. Nice.
along with some root beer.
Nice.
Wow.
Also, Van Halen's Panama is going to be the battle theme.
Anyway,
Well, this started out believable.
Well, I didn't say it had to be realistic.
no, it doesn't have to be realistic.
No, yours was just more realistic than his suit of armor avalanche move. And then Danny's just like, I'm just
I
me.
am White Castle and Golden Gun.
I'm just me. And then if I win, I pull out a golden gun, shoot him. And then there's that blast battle versus Van Halen.
Panama's a kick-ass battle theme. Don't judge.
You
no
can
judging.
turn into a dragon.
You could
Turn into a
That's your
dragon.
animality. You turn into
into a dragon.
You turn into this morbidly obese dragon with
Big
a
fat
KFC
dragon,
bucket
it's like-
next to him, and it says hot and spicy. You eat one, you breathe fire, and kill him.
Wergamagers.
Something spicy.
Oh, goodness.
What about you, Matt?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, mine's go a little bit more sci-fi than both of y'all.
That's
Okay.
fine. Keep going.
Well, first of which, I'd be an archer, just because I'm proficient in archery and I actually love bows and everything like that. So, probably be shooting arrows at people as
Laser arrows.
no, actually,
Tron arrows.
no, mine's just regular arrows. Sometimes trick arrows because green arrows kind of my dog and whatnot. All right, I'm coming back to the white side of life.
Son, you're not black. Please stop.
Oh,
Green Arrow
my
is my
God.
hero, and I was raised on, Robin Hood stories, so I learned how to use a bow, both compound and recurve and all that good stuff. However, so, my regular character be shooting arrows multiple times, probably some trick ones. However, my limit break, quote-unquote, whatever we got going on here, my special move, this one's the fun one.
Oh, goodness.
I all of a sudden bust out into a Reaper costume, pull out a death scythe, motherfuckers. And I bamped around and I cut you with my fucking scythe.
Laser sight.
No!
Death
just
side.
a scythe.
No, the death side scythe.
Just the death
The
scythe.
death side scythe, yeah.
Death scythe scythe.
Makes
But,
Gundam noises.
I have I'm one of those release characters that have that time period where you're in that mode, and I bamf around and just psych you to death.
And then you just go back to...
Yep, go back to shooting arrows once I'm
And
done.
then you go back to being Kevin Costner.
No. No.
But Waterworld is such
gotta-
a good movie.
You gotta shoot arrows with...
I know you can't see me in that camera right now, but I am squinting and glaring.
Watch the director's cut. Questions will be answered.
How many?
Just like Prometheus. Wait.
How many? Wait.
Wait.
You said,
Wait
you
a
said
second.
questions will be answered.
You said questions will be answered, not that I will have more questions coming out of it.
Why did they... What's the difference between the blue goo and the
Yeah, what's the
shining green
difference
glue?
between the black goo and the green sparkly glue thing?
Thing.
Nothing.
Wait, why?
It didn't happen.
Why is that? Why did that guy touch that snake thingamabob that clearly tried to bite him a couple of times?
why did the scientist who ran away from a dead alien, an alien that's been dead for 1,000 years, stick his face into the questionable alien appendage?
Kind of looks like a vagina.
Well, why would you stick your face
Why would
in
you
it?
stick your face in it?
Well,
I don't know.
thing in.
Maybe he didn't get any back on Earth. Did you think about that? Maybe the only way he was going to get some was to find an alien life form and go, I'm going to fuck it. Commander Shepard, this is my favorite alien on the cell. I've been playing too much Mass Effect.
Yes, you have.
Femship.
I like how you kind of sat up straighter at
Yes.
that. Femshep.
Matt just kind of like turns into a prairie dog, just like. Do you smell food?
Where's my Charlize Theron?
Yeah. Where's Charlize Theron again?
Please tell me she didn't.
Show me to her trailer.
Yeah.
Show me to her trailer.
I was promised naked push-ups. I was given false information.
I was given false information on this.
Oh no, you should have seen some of the message boards though before that movie came out.
Oh,
they were like, Charlize Theron's doing naked push-ups, everyone, yeah!
And I was like, yay! Except I've seen her topless and it's disappointing. Because I've seen other movies with her in it, and it's disappointing, and no.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom...
Not now! Okay.
Not
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Fail...
the Legion of Doom.
Solomon
I
Grundy
broke
always...
the bat.
So I broke the... So then I look at him, and they're going to sort of spiel about darkness and allies, and then I fucking broke his back.
I finally watched.
And then some random villain from Aquaman just starts going... I don't know why he sounds like that, but he does.
Why does he sound
Probably because he's used to being underwater. So, yes. So back to games!
Back to games!
Back to games.
I already did my Game of the Year 2012 video, and in that video I said that there was no Game of the Year. Did you guys have a Game of the Year?
For 2012?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing earned it.
It was the year of the HD collection. That's what it was.
Exactly.
It was the year of the Final Fantasy letdown.
The year of Final Fantasy letdown.
Oh yeah, because Versus 13 didn't come out. Instead, we got 13-2 in January.
You brought it up again.
I care nothing of your feelings.
Apparently.
What else is
your
new?
anguish will sustain me.
God
What
dang
else
it.
is new?
So yeah, I have fucking 13-2, which I recently reacquired that.
Why would you pay money for it?
You people will find out later.
You people will find out later.
People will find out much later.
Well, with all this talk about porn going around, he probably found a
Oh
glitch in the
my
system.
god!
Oh, Blu-ray!
Glitch in the... Ugh.
Premium edition, you get a cutscene you didn't before.
Final Fantasy 13-2 extended cut.
Let's just say Lightning's a little,
Let's just say
Right.
Lightning actually does something.
Lightning has a little bit
Lightning.
of flash to it.
Does something... Ah!
That's very clever. You know, speaking of Final Fantasy 13, how about that 13-3 trailer?
How about that 13-3 trailer?
Laughing my ass off the entire time I was watching it.
How
Hey,
about that Final Fantasy Majora's Creed
Majora's Creed, yes!
Soul Calibur edition?
Because it's like, okay, when Square Enix posted that on their Facebook page, they're like, and now
What
here's
the
a brand
fuck?
new trailer for Final Fantasy 13-3 Lightning Returns. And you can see Lightning's costume designed by Tetsuya Nomura. As soon as I read that, I go, so it's going to look completely ridiculous and retarded and have zippers in unnecessary places that serve no function.
Thank you, Cloud.
Yes.
And so I watched it.
Yes, thank you, Cloud.
And then I was laughing because it's like,
Hey,
I'm
sunglasses.
super serious.
Hey, sunglasses. Oh, goodness. Hey,
Nope.
sunglasses.
So what we get is a sequel to a sequel that
That was
nobody asked for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sequel to an unnecessary sequel.
Exactly.
So we got a trilogy.
It's like Paul W.S. Anderson in the Resident Evil movies. Why do you continue?
You know, we had a couple of pretty good trilogies, you know, that we started and then kind of needed to stop.
Yeah.
And it kind of needed to stop again.
You know,
And a little bit further, it needed to stop.
when we live in a world where we don't have a sequel to PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy, even though at the end of the game it says to be continued, and that game was fucking awesome, and instead we get Final Fantasy 13-3, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Final Fantasy 13, 47 and a half.
It'd be like 13-3 happens, and then Matt's sitting here going, "Oh, that's it. They're done. They have to do Versus 13."
They
Now
have to.
announcing
They have to.
Final Fantasy 13-4. Hope returns. God damn it!
Fuck!
No, it's going to be Final Fantasy 14. Lightning made her debut.
Lightning skin.
Lightning skin.
Lightning skin.
Lightning skin.
No, Final Fantasy 14. Lightning had a daughter. Let's
Oh
keep
my
going.
god.
Lightning and I, we got together and we had a baby, and it was a complete badass. It could do jumps that aren't physically possible.
Well,
Final
that's
Fantasy
all
13
Final
4,
Fantasy.
definitely.
Everybody did shit that's not possible.
Oh yeah, ever since Advent Children came out, it's like, what? Jumping, physics, how do they work?
Fuck's physics. Fuck
Like,
physics, we're square.
oh, I'm going to cut this building with a 10-foot-long katana. Makes 3 cuts from 1.
I know.
How does that even work?
I'm gonna cut this building in half and like a plus sign.
Yeah,
With one
because
slash.
that's apparently going to work.
Don't get me wrong, the movie and the CG looks really good,
Yeah, it looks
but
good.
it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And 7 kind of sucks. We already covered
Yes,
this.
we did already cover this.
So, no. How about we get, other things that
Can
aren't...
Final Fantasy actually have a plot again?
Can Tetsuya Nomura back the fuck up?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
And stay
Back
away
the
from
fuck
Final
up!
Fantasy?
Wait, let's calm down here. We already did our Square
Yeah, we
Enix.
did the Square Enix
We
episode.
ripped Square Enix already. Let's
We
back
already
up.
gave them
Speaking
a
of Square,
shitter.
Chrono Cross, borrowed it from Matt. Crashed as soon as I booted it inside the PlayStation 3. It's like, okay, fine. Matt's like, no, you really need to play it. You really need to play it. I'm like, okay, fine. Pops into PS3. Okay, this intro looks pretty good.
Stop.
Music's pretty good. It's like, score's picking up. And I'm like, he crashes. I'm like, this is the best score ever. It abruptly stops as soon as it's about to climax.
Now, see, we had this whole thing that he said that he didn't remember the score in that game being good, and I just had to let him understand that the score in that game is phenomenal. Pat, is that score not amazing?
It is really good.
The score...
Which, moment of advertising, Matt and I are doing a Chrono Trigger Let's Play over on VGN. Come
Hang
on.
on, wait a second. Yeah, if you ever upload it.
That's true, we have to upload
We have to upload it
Because
first.
you never upload anything.
After the first of the year, Chrono Trigger's getting uploaded.
Not unless I beat it first. I'll beat it in one installment. In one half-an-hour installment, I'll beat it.
No.
Yeah, you will. I know you will.
You know what I'm talking about.
What do you got, half an hour
I'll have an
installment?
ending.
You can do it right
It'll
now.
be
I'll have an ending. Doesn't have to say it'll be good.
It'll be an ending.
Lavos rises up and everybody dies. The
Ending.
end. Dun 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 dun. Segway music.
Wow. Armageddon.
Armageddon. Armageddon.
Ermagerd Jurgens.
So, we jiggling or?
Are we jiggling or what?
I think the jiggle has ended.
Yeah, I think this week has been extremely boring, and that news needs to happen again. So I have things to complain about. That I'm able to put on sunglasses, have a cane, and wear adult diapers on the outside of my pants, and start going, and then throwing cats at people.
Beware the cat bow.
People-
Beware the cat bow!
So, from all of us here on PWNcast, except for Patrick because he plugged his fucking channel. Actually, you know what? We'll probably put the link down in the description for you.
Yeah.
We'll get you some subs.
Thank you.
Get you some subs.
But yeah,
Subway.
January 1st will be
Eat
the first
fresh.
episode of Chrono Trigger.
Eat fresh.
Yes. Segway.
And
eat fresh.
I'm doing Let's Play Mass Effect 1.
Oh goodness.
I already uploaded the first
So
part of
Matt,
that,
Stay
and-
thirsty, my
Matt,
friends.
what kind of let's play are you doing?
I don't
with
know.
First of the year.
I'm not doing a Let's Play at the first of the year.
Hey, you know what would be great? Majora's Mask.
Yeah, we
We
need to
started
finish
that
it.
kind of, and it's just like it's
Oh,
sitting
man.
there. I'm not exactly sure what it's doing.
Well, I gotta wait for a contract renewal. before
Yeah,
I
we
should-
need a contract
exactly.
renewal before we
Contract
can
renewals.
continue.
How do they work?
I don't
So
know, you've only done about 6 of them now. And if you guys think we're kidding, we actually have signed documentation of contracts
yeah, dude,
going on.
I run this thing like a business. There's red tape and bureaucracy everywhere.
There's red tape and bureaucracy.
There's regulations.
bureaucracy everywhere.
You have to recycle at least 56% of whatever you use. If you don't, I shut your business down and I don't renew your contract. That's the kind of business I run. What about you? You're just stuck on a wall.
Well, once Pat gets a Wii U, he'll just be sitting there masturbating.
I'm not getting a Wii U.
He's going to be stuck on something else.
Yeah.
Help! Huh? I wonder why this tablet won't come off of my hand. And first question I have to ask, why do you jizz super glue?
Second of which, why did you leave it on your tablet and your hand? That's
That's
kind of
just
neat.
weird.
I don't want
So-
to know the answer, but
For everyone here, I've been Danny or Phantasm Master, whatever you want. I could be your hero, baby. Give me your PIN number.
I can be your hero, but give me a pin number. Nice.
And that's and who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Pat,
Where can we find
and
you?
you can find me on VGN. VGN.
And that's on Das YouTube.
Das YouTube, yes.
And Matt, we can find you in the patent office.
Patent office, yes. We can find him.
I'm bamfing around, guys.
We can find you with a group of lawyers renewing a contract, begging for it to be renewed, negotiating.
He lies. I beg not.
Negotiating contract renewals.
You're like sitting there smoking a cigarette, going, "Yeah, I'm getting renewed."
I'm sitting there going, all right, guys, you ready for this? Okay.
All right, we're
See
done.
you next week.
So yeah, who wants to go get some tacos?
But we just had tacos.
Well, guess what? We're getting more.